So, you are learning English. You are doing all the right things. You are studying vocabulary, studying grammar, maybe even taking a course. That's great because these things are like the building blocks of a language. But here's the thing, studying grammar and vocabulary alone isn't enough. It's like knowing all the rules of a game but never actually playing it. You will know how it's supposed to work, but you will never truly understand it until you experience it firsthand, until you try it yourself. So, what's the next step? You need to speak. To become fluent, you need to use the language. Imagine that you want to learn how to ride a bike, and then you start reading books about how to ride a bike. You start watching videos of other people riding a bike. It's not enough. You will not learn until you really start riding your bike. Even if you fall sometimes, but you are doing it, then you learn. It's the same with language. But hey, I get it. Speaking can be very intimidating, especially if you are not very confident in your skills. Sometimes you feel like you are not ready yet, or you don't know enough words, but let me tell you a secret. You will never feel truly ready. Language is something we learn best by jumping in. So start now, start today. If you don't have any friends to talk to yourself. But start today. Now let's talk about listening. You are probably familiar with listening exercises and they are helpful for sure. They teach you the basics. But if you think you will improve your listening skills just by doing these exercises, I have some bad news for you. You won't be ready for real life English if all you do is listen to slow and very clear recordings. Real life English is different. People speak faster. They link words together and sometimes it sounds like one long word. If you try to watch a film in English, you will have a big surprise. It's fast. Sometimes you don't understand all the words. For example, what are you doing can become what you're doing. So even if you know all the words, you cannot hear them if you don't work on your listening skills. That's because real life English and English from your listening exercise, they're not the same. It's different. In real life, people speak fast. They use slangs. They don't always pronounce things very clearly. So, how do you train your ears for this? One of the things I recommend is listening to real content. You need to hear how English sounds when people are really using it in their daily lives. And the best part, you can do this with things you already enjoy. Here's what I recommend. 1. Watch films and TV shows. If you are a beginner, put the subtitles in your native language. And then, after some time, you can put them in English. And then it's time to turn them off completely. Of course, you will miss some things at first, but the more you do it, the better your listening will get. Number 2, podcasts and interviews. Listen to me. These two are a gold mine. You will hear real conversations and interviews in English. The best part, you get to hear different topics, different speeds of speaking, and different accents. This is how you get used to the real variety of English. Number 3, YouTube videos. choose YouTube channels you enjoy, and pay attention to how people speak. You can choose interviews, vlogs, or even educational videos, just like this one here, right? There's so much out there. Now, let's talk about speaking. I know this can be the most difficult part, and many students feel very nervous when they need to speak English, especially if they need to do it in front of other people. They feel like they don't know enough words, or they are very, very afraid of making mistakes. But the truth is, mistakes are a huge part of learning. And if you are not making mistakes, you are probably not practicing enough. That's true. And here's the key: don't wait for perfection. Start speaking today. You can speak with yourself if you don't have anyone to talk to, and you won't be surprised at how much you can learn just by practicing talking to yourself in daily situations. If you want to learn how to use films, series, songs, podcasts, and interviews to improve your listening and speaking skills, I've created a course to help you. You will learn all the techniques I used to improve my own English, and as a bonus, you will receive weekly emails with my advice and recommendations of free resources and websites to help you improve your English. The link is in the description.